There is a city in Germany where the future doesn't look particularly bright. Empty buildings, unemployment, poverty.
We are the poorest city in Germany.
Gelsenkirchen, du brauchst Jesus.
And in the last election, almost 1 in 4 people here voted for the AfD, far-right party in Germany. What do you think people who are voting for AfD are looking for? What are they trying to get with that? But how did a city that was once built on coal industry and thousands of jobs end up like this?
I think nobody is German in this city.
And by the end of the day, I want to find out whether Gelsenkirchen really is as bad as its reputation. So, let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, guten Tag from a sunny day in Germany. Today we are again in a very interesting place. This place has crazy statistics and they are holding the first place in several statistics, unfortunately not very welcoming ones. We are here in Gelsenkirchen. As you have seen also from the title of today's video, we are in one of Germany's, unfortunately, poorest city. And today I'm here to discover what went wrong, why the city is considered one of the poorest regions, one of the poorest cities in Germany. As I mentioned earlier, the city holds several crazy statistics. The first one that I would like to mention is, in this city, 1 out of every 5 people receives some sort of social security benefits. In Germany, one of the famous one is Bürgergeld, and there are several other versions of it. In the latest statistics, the number I have is from 2025. In December, the unemployment rates were around 15.2% in the city. And another crazy fact about this city is, and I think today actually there is some kind of game happening, the famous football club Schalke was born here in a neighborhood called Schalke. And today we will go there to discover that neighborhood. And I'm not gonna give you any history lessons, because Schalke neighborhood today is, I would say, the poorest neighborhood of the poorest city. And I want to go there and see with my own eyes. You cannot feel from the numbers how the real experience is. So let's go and see with our own eyes. Let's see why once a city which was super rich, which was home for a lot of people to find jobs, to work, which was an industrial, let's say, industrial capital of Germany, is forgotten today. All right, we're gonna take that bus. All right, let's discover this place. Let's see how the poorest neighborhood of poorest city in Germany looks like. See a lot of abandoned shops here. This place seems pretty empty and forgotten. Actually, it's a beautiful building if you look at it. Such a beautiful building. The colors of Schalke, I guess, comes from here, or the other way around, I'm not sure, but the area feels like forgotten. Another abandoned place. Is it just open and I can go in here? Hello? Oh my fucking god. I think some homeless use this place. Wow, I'm a little bit shocked, guys. Oh my god, what the fuck is this place actually? There is a mattress. Hello? I have no idea what is going on here. Look at this place. Crazy. Well, first impressions wasn't the greatest. Yeah, great graffitis. Abandoned. Shocking place number one. And such a beautiful building. Let me show you from far away. Look, what a beautiful building. The colors of Schalke Football Club is same, blue and white. So we were able to check the first crazy place. A lot of buildings seems to be abandoned here. That looks empty. Let's pass to the other side. This place seems to be also covered up. Also look at this place. It's dead. And you can see how much trash around it. What's up in here? Let's have a... Ah, look at this, guys. This is another abandoned house. I don't know. Oh yeah. Should I go in? It's interesting why these houses are forgotten, I wonder. Man, look at this whole building is empty. This place feels a little bit creepy. All right, we are in. So, an abandoned house. Once probably family lived here, but I wonder why it's fully abandoned. Hello. Man, this is a huge place. Huge neighborhood. Look at the backyard. The whole place is just abandoned. In this area, there are a lot of... There's a bathroom. What is that shit? Somebody was having fun, I guess. So, some people are still using it, but not as it's supposed to be used, I guess. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. What's up in here? Okay, this house is being used. It's crazy, like your neighbor house is fully abandoned and probably just some homeless use it. And then next to it, you have a family living. Place is pretty dirty. Oh, that's weird. This building looks fine, but somehow the window is broken. Yeah, so this whole area, this is where Schalke was born. This is pretty nice building. Some buildings are abandoned, some looks fine. Once a rich industrial city, today suffers from poverty, unemployment. How a city like that turns into this poor version? What went wrong? I personally think the answer is coal. So, the coal industry. That's what this city was built for. Basically, that's how they become rich, right? Coal mining, the factories, people who came here, they were here to mine gold. This seems to be an abandoned another building. I wonder if I can go in. Anybody home? Nobody home. Gelsenkirchen, du brauchst Jesus. That's sad, right? That's sad. Another abandoned crazy building. The building itself looks fine from outside. It's not torn down. It's just abandoned, but the other one actually, it's like forgotten. And when you look at it, would you say this is Germany? I don't know. Oh, some police officers, they're looking at me. Who's this guy? What is he filming around? Let's arrest him. Oh, maybe someone called them and said this idiot went into an abandoned house. Actually, I did something wrong, right? Another building, which is not very pleasant. Bitte hier nicht parken. So don't park here. Forgotten. Is it fully abandoned? I wonder. I don't think so. It's a beautiful car here. But you can see, right, that this is another building which is forgotten, abandoned. Why? Why these houses are abandoned, man? I want to know. Okay, they installed a new door. But anybody lives here, really? Like, no one lives here? Or maybe government just... Maybe that was their solution. Put a new door, don't let anyone go in, and that's it. We have some shit here from yesterday. Smells fresh. Yeah, they put these cars everywhere. I hope it's not police. This is a nice area, nice building. Okay, here we have a destroyed, forgotten building that no one wants to do anything about. But on the other side, we have such a beautiful, colorful, refurbished buildings. Not this one though, this one is, it's just, they came until here and then they were like, yeah, enough. Alright. Bro, what the fuck? The hell is this? Really? That's it? I don't know what to say, to be honest. I don't know what to say. The area is not that dirty, so this is okay. I need to find where else we can go and discover, maybe on the right hand side. A lot of abandoned shops, right? Also, you see right in front of me, it feels like there's not much going on in this neighborhood. By looking at the buildings, You wouldn't say it's super poor area, but if you go in like we did already, you will see it feels a little bit abandoned, and literally some houses were abandoned. And also we have seen this one already. The whole shop is just useless now. So I want to go this side now. Let's see what is on the other side of the neighborhood. We can see Schalke fans. Auf Schalke. And the Schalke building. What is written there? Blau und Weiß, ein Leben lang. Also, huge forgotten area. I mean, look at this place. It's huge. And nothing is going on here. There is no there's no business. There's not much to sell. So probably that's the reason. The area is a little bit dead. People are leaving this place. People are running away, going to bigger areas. Also, so far, I heard in this area, I heard some Russian-like language. Not sure what was that, but it wasn't fully Russian. I heard Arabic, Turkish. So this area is pretty multicultural area. Also pretty green. There's a lot of trash here. I hear a lot of, I don't know, it's either Romanian or Bulgarian music. You know, they have this rhythmic musics. That's okay. Also, if you see this shop, seems to be also not working and forgotten. Perché Häuser. So we need to talk to some people, guys. We need to get answers to our questions. And for that, I think we need to move back to the city. There is one thing that I forgot to tell you, which is really, really crazy about Gelsenkirchen. Gelsenkirchen has the highest votes for AFD. Second vote, what they call it in German. So that's pretty crazy. Look at this area, how beautiful it is. How clean. There's a stadium, football stadium. Some people are training. I just want to show you every side, right? All right, now that we have seen that neighborhood, let's discover how the city looks like. I think nobody is German in this city. No one. This city is very multicultural. If you look around, I already met two people, and I talked with one of them. I asked these questions to him: what is wrong with the city, why the economy is declining, etc. But they talked to me. One of them talked to me, but doesn't want to talk to camera. They don't want to speak about this stuff. I think maybe a little bit sensitive topics, that's why. But one of them told me, please, you have to trust me in this case, yeah? One of them told me, a lot of immigrants who come here, they don't want to work because working requires a lot of documentation and stuff, and most of them, they don't even speak proper English, German, and they don't want to work. They like to do black jobs and stuff like that. That's what he told me. That guy was also immigrant, but he was he grew up here. He grew up here. He studied, and he said, "I don't want to blame immigrants or something." He said, "I am immigrant. My friends are immigrants, and it's just some of them, yeah, some percentage of them who come here. They don't want to work. They don't want to learn even language and stuff like that." So that's one thing I could get from him. But I want to film someone who can speak to the camera, and hopefully we can get some answers to our questions. After an unsuccessful day in terms of interviewing people, I decided to drink my Veltins beer and enjoy the football. Unfortunately, Schalke is losing currently. So, Schalke is losing 2-0. Cheers. So apparently all the Germans are here in this pub watching football. Alright guys, I just met with Dennis. He lives in Essen, but he was born in Gelsenkirchen. So he knows a lot about Gelsenkirchen, and I'm so happy to meet him actually. So finally guys, we have found someone who we can talk about Gelsenkirchen. Today Dennis, I asked many people to interview, to ask some questions, but a lot of people are running away. I don't know why. And I just, like I told you, today I am here to know how and why a city which was once one of the most important and rich cities of Germany today is abandoned and forgotten. What is your opinion about it?
The most important reason is the downfall of the coal in Germany. Here in the Ruhrgebiet we had a lot of coal, and you've seen all the mines, all the Zechen, as we say, and we got a harbor here in Gelsenkirchen where we shipped a lot of coal and steel, and it's a downfall because of the prices raised in Germany. All the Western civilization buys his coal and steel in China. It's
So the coal died, and city is dying because of that.
Yeah.
So the city was thriving because of the coal, and people were here working,
Exactly.
and jobs and everything was big. And the coal is gone, and everything slowly is going away because of that. That's what
Exactly.
you're saying.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
And,
What? Are you going?
And now there's a turnaround. We are the poorest city in Germany, and we've got a lot of unemployed people, but there are a lot of innovations. They try to build the city up, but it needs a lot of time. It needs a lot of
So at least you would say the city is not forgotten. So the government is trying to put some, let's say, attention back and trying to build it up again.
Yeah. The government in North Rhine-Westphalia.
Yeah.
The government of Germany, I don't think
The
so.
current party, you mean, is not.
Yeah. They are not so interested.
Yeah, this would be my next question, because when you look back at the statistics, and it's okay if you don't want to share your opinion about it. When you look back at the statistics, last year elections, 2025 in May, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell it for the audience. Gelsenkirchen won the most second votes for AfD party.
Yeah. The far right party.
That's the far right party.
Yeah.
My question is, what do you think that is, and what do you think people who are voting for AfD are looking for? What are they trying to get with that?
I think the most reason is they are frustrated. They are frustrated. They feel
With the current party, and
they feel forgotten by the established parties, and I think the Alternative für Deutschland, AfD, the far right party, is a good part. But but I don't think so. I don't think so. They're very racist, and that's the most stupid thing about voting for them here in the Ruhrgebiet in Gelsenkirchen.
Yes.
We were born and raised with foreign people, Turkish people, Spanish, Italian, everybody built this country, built the cities in Ruhrgebiet up, and now we want them go away. So that's a great problem.
I see. That's a big problem.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
When I look around walk around the city today, especially in the city center, I also noticed that majority of people, at least in the city center, were foreigners. So I believe there are a lot of people who came here to work. But when you look at the statistics, there is also a very high number, around 21.7% of population of Gelsenkirchen are on what do you say it in English? Welfare programs like Bürgergeld, etc.
Yeah.
How come? Why do you think people are not working? Are there not enough jobs, or some people don't want to work, or what is the reason?
No, that's the reason. I think most people want to work. There are always people that don't want to work. There are always people that can't work because of illness or something else. But the most important reason, here are no jobs. When you think, oh, nice, a new company comes here to Gelsenkirchen, it's always a logistics center. It's always an Amazon center or something else. You need 30 people to run this, and it's good. But the greater companies are all leaving Gelsenkirchen to Romania, to China, to somewhere else. But the big companies aren't here.
And I assume most of those companies are looking for cheap labor. That's why they're also, as I mentioned, I came from Hungary. In Budapest, there were almost all the big companies. I worked in some of them, and the salaries are low there. So for those companies, it's better to build their branches there. So that's also economic shift, also which plays big role why today Gelsenkirchen is going downwards, let's say, right?
And you have in the Ruhrgebiet, you have two cities with Dortmund and Essen, where they are the big cities. They are the big companies with their headquarters. So that's a good part. But many companies leave the Ruhrgebiet, like Opel leaves Bochum. They are going to Romania, and it goes on and on. And some cities got the right way and go to a modern style of companies, of industry, but Gelsenkirchen were forgotten. So we are now trying to get this turnaround, but it takes time. It takes a lot of time.
Today, when I was in Schalke neighborhood, the full name of it, I think Schalke Meer or Schalke Meer, something like that.
Yeah. The part, the name is Schalke.
Yeah.
And there's Schalke Nord and Schalke Süd.
Yeah. So I was some part of Schalke neighborhood, and I saw some videos about that area. I was like, this looks crazy. I couldn't believe it's Germany, because even today I went there, I saw it with my own eyes. A lot of houses, a lot of buildings were abandoned there.
Yeah.
Why? What's going on with that neighborhood specifically? Like,
maybe as you have seen, there were a lot of companies like ThyssenKrupp. There were fabrics. There were in this area. There's a harbor, and Gelsenkirchen had 350,000 people living here. Now we are, I think, 230,000. So there's a lot of room where no one lives, and they got abandoned. There's a downfall. We call it Schrottimmobilie. It's wasted land.
And I assume people are leaving because if there's not enough places to work and make income, so unfortunately they decide to leave, and that's how they end up with abandoning their places. Dennis, that was awesome to meet you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You helped
great,
me a
great.
lot, and I think that was all my questions. Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to meet you. I think I will get another beer to
Perfect.
continue our conversation with you. If I don't bother you, I hope.
No. Here,
Awesome.
here's Marius, a friend of mine.
Hi, Marit. So, before first thing I knew about Gelsenkirchen, that it's the poorest city. That's what everybody says. You go to Reddit, you read,
Yeah.
it's a boring or it's the poorest. And I didn't know that Schalke was born here.
Yeah.
I was so shocked today on the way I'm going. I see a lot of Schalke
It's the
people.
most important part of Gelsenkirchen.
It's crazy.
Everybody knows Gelsenkirchen because of Schalke.
It's crazy.
It's everywhere in Europe. When they ask you where you're from, I'm from Germany. What city? You say Gelsenkirchen, and they're who? Where?
Yeah,
And then you say Schalke. Schalke, great. It's the most important. It's like a religion. Schalke is like a religion. When the team goes up, the city is more happy. When the team goes down, everybody is.
Schalke is what brings everyone together here.
Yeah,
100%,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it's a great employer. Schalke is the biggest part here. So, and beer.
Yeah.
What a great people. What a great guy was Dennis. Man, I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy I met him. Because I was looking for someone to interview, to ask some questions, ask these real questions and get some answers from the local. Finally met Dennis. Finally. Thank you, Dennis, again. And I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation with Dennis. And this is the beauty of living in a multicultural place. Look at that. Look at this beauty. They're so good, guys. I'm sorry you're missing out. Alright, guys. I met Asi.
Hello,
This is Asi. Okay.
that's me.
So, and I want to ask, he lives here, so I want to ask from Asi, how's life here as a young person, as a young male, and can he find jobs here, or do they usually leave abroad to pursue their careers, or how's the overall lifestyle here for a young person? He will speak in German, but we will translate it, no problems.
So, der Leben hier es ist nicht so schwer, wenn du natürlich Arbeit hast. Natürlich, du musst Arbeit finden, damit du Geld verdienen auch kannst. Und also ich habe jetzt eine kleine Tochter, ich habe jetzt eine Frau und ich bin hier seit 10 Jahren, seit 2018. Ich werde jetzt Geld verdienen, natürlich für meine Tochter, damit sie alles hat, für meine Frau. Und wir leben hier in Gelsenkirchen, also es ist nicht so gut, es ist nicht so schwer und schlecht. Natürlich, das ist, wie du dein Leben machst. Also, wenn du alles richtig machst, dann ist alles gut. Aber wenn etwas nicht klappt, dann du musst andere Tür finden. Bei uns, in unserer Heimat, wir sagen so, mit Geld kannst du alles machen.
Do you have enough jobs here in?
Yes, I have. I'm Berber.
You work as a barber.
Yeah.
But in the internet, the unemployment rate is 15%. Like last year, December, in Gelsenkirchen, this is like highest, I think, in Germany, 15%. You think it is true, or what is your opinion? Do you know like people here that can't find jobs and because of that they leave the country? Leave the city?
Think the people, bro, he cannot find jobs because it's very bad.
What is bad, you mean?
The people, it's cold. The people, it's cold. The people have people. Also 40% in Gelsenkirchen und die Menschen sind kalt. Also du läufst ganz normal, die schaut dich so kalt. Also die sind nicht wie die anderen Länder. Also ich bin hier seit, wie gesagt, 10 Jahren und ich habe mir ganz schwierig Arbeit gefunden. Ich bin jetzt Berber, wie gesagt, und ich gebe alles von mir, damit ich das alles ziehen kann. Also mein Job, meine Zukunft, mein Leben auch, der Leben von meiner Tochter, für meine Familie auch. Ich gebe alles von mir, damit ich bei meiner Mutter und meinem Vater helfen kann.
So thank you so much, Asi. It was great your help. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's thank Asi, and then we will move forward. Dankeschön. Tschüss. What a great friendly guy, really. And he was from Bulgaria originally. I don't know if he said it when he was speaking in German. Very happy, and I think that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please always respect one another, and please, I kind of ask you, whenever you write some comments, do not insult any other nation. I can ask from you, and see you in the next one. Bye. Tschüss.